So you can come to a seat. I'm sitting on a bolster. You might be sitting on a cushion, or you might even just be sat on your sofa or the side of your bed. And just making sure that you can sit up tall. So think about that posture already. We want the spine to be really nice and long. Imagine the crown of your head is reaching up towards the sky. But then we're not trying to iron out those natural curves of the spine. So can you find a softening of dropping the shoulders down? Maybe taking a little rock of your hip bone side to side so the lowest curve at the bottom of the spine can relax. You've also got a curve at the back of the rib cage, so allowing the shoulders to be where they need to be. And then you've got that curve at the back of your neck. So maybe tilting the chin up ever so slightly, pressing the back of the head into the space behind you. And then just start to land into your breath. If you're breathing through your mouth, can you start to close your mouth and breathe in and out through the nose? Taking those breaths in and out, and already starting to see if you can get the breath a little bit lower into the diaphragm. And if you find that there's a bit of resistance already, if you notice that your breath is in your chest, what we can do is we can bring the hands to the diaphragm. So the lowest part of your rib cage is where the diaphragm is connected all the way around. And we can bring in a little bit of massage into the diaphragm. So just manipulating that muscle. Now there's a great facilitator called Stuart Sandeman, and he does a lot of this in his breathwork sessions. And it's a way to really feel where that muscle is and feel it moving. So when we tense, say for instance, our bicep, we can often see the muscle working. However, because the diaphragm is encased inside the ribs and it's surrounded by lots of our internal organs, we don't actually see it moving. So we can start to bring in that sense of massage, bringing the fingertips maybe up underneath your rib cage. This might feel a bit weird. It might feel a bit tender. So just bringing in a bit of massage into the front underneath the ribs if you can. See if you can soften your diaphragm. Soften your abdomen so you're not tensing. Getting in around the back of your ribs, rubbing all around where that diaphragm is. Just noticing if there is any kind of tenderness or tightness. I get a bit of tenderness right at the top. Breathing into the hands, adding a little bit of resistance with your hands as you breathe in and find that space. And gently pressing the diaphragm as you breathe out. And then when you're ready to, just allowing the hands to drop again, taking a couple of breaths, noticing if there's any sensations as you breathe down into the lowest ribs, down into the belly. And then noticing and scanning with your awareness as you breathe through your body. So is there anywhere that you're feeling tight this morning? I'm already starting to feel my neck's a little bit tight and tender, so I'm just going to start to move my head side to side. You might want to take a couple of rolls through the neck, just easing up into the shoulders. And you might want to start to bring that movement down into your shoulders as you breathe, rolling the shoulders up, back and down. A couple of times one way. And a couple of times the other way, rolling the shoulders up, back and down. Breathing as you move, freeing up some of that stuck energy. And then we'll move down towards the spine. So can you start to roll through the spine? Just taking it one way, noticing if there's any tenderness as you breathe in and out. And as you come through to center, taking it the other way, rolling through the spine as you breathe in and out. Getting some space into the ribs. Still breathing down into the abdomen. And as you come back through, again, sitting up tall, seat bones rooting and breathing in, reaching the arms wide, wide, wide and all the way up. And then interlace your fingertips at the top, and can you push the palms up, breathing in down to the belly. Maybe lifting your gaze up, finding that big stretch into the sides of the body. And then from here, keep pushing up towards the sky. And can you lean over to your right? And we're going to take 2 big breaths into the left side of the body. As you breathe in, maybe feeling the ribs expanding. And as you breathe out, everything softens, diaphragm moves back into the rib cage. Breathing in back up to center, push, push, push up. And breathing out over to the left. Hold here for 2 breaths, so keep pushing the hands away, breathing into right side of the body. Feeling that space and stretch. And then breathing in to come back through to center. 1 last push, push, push up. And then breathing out to rain the hands all the way down. Feels good to stretch and move some of that energy. So coming back into your seat, taking a moment to settle. Hands can come down to the lap or onto the knees. Close your eyes. And let's just take a couple of breaths here. And as you breathe, as you notice your breath, just noticing if there is maybe any more space, any more ease, allowing the breath to fill up lower and slower in through the nose. You might still be feeling some of those sensations from the stretch. Again, bringing in any movement through your neck or your shoulders if you need to as you breathe here. It doesn't have to be still. Now we're going to take this exercise a little bit further at stretching into the lungs. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the biggest breath in through the nose that we can take, and then at the top we're going to see if we can sip 2 more small sips up to the top, and this is going to start to stretch your lungs. Okay, so I'll show you one and then we can do it together. So you're going to breathe in through the nose, a full breath. At the top I'm going to sip, and then I'm going to sip, and then I'm going to let the breath go. So you might feel a stretch. So breathing in a full deep breath right up to the top. And then sip and sip in and then let it go. So see if you can sit up tall, breathing in a full deep breath in. Right up to the top, sip in. And can you sip in any more before you let the breath go? Let's take 3 more. Breathing in, full deep breath in. Right at the top, can you sip? Can you sip in any more? And then let it go. Breathing in, full deep breath, feeling the ribs expanding into the belly. And then at the top, can you sip? Can you sip? And then let it go. Let's try one more. Breathing into the belly, feeling that space all the way up to the top. And then pause and sip. And see if you can sip any more in before you let it go. And then coming back to your natural breath, just feeling any sensations, any stretch, any expansion in the body. And then just coming back into the space. If your eyes are closed, you can flutter the eyes back open. And take a moment to just shake it out. Let it go. Any of that tension, move it through. And I hope that you're feeling a little bit more space, maybe feeling a little bit more energy. And let me know how you got on.